Most people assume that if you want a decent belt sander, you need to clear off half your workbench just to make room for the thing. But then you run into this little unit from Grizzly, and it kind of makes you rethink that whole idea. It is surprisingly compact, sitting at about 17 inches tall, which means it tucks away into a corner without acting like it owns the entire shop. What really catches your attention right out of the gate is the variable speed control. Usually on these smaller machines, you get one speed, fast, and you just have to deal with it. Having the ability to dial that back is a massive win, especially when you are working with delicate materials or plastics that would just melt or burn if you hit them with full force. The build feels solid enough to handle the daily grind, though it is definitely not a heavy-duty industrial beast meant for 8 hours of non-stop production. It is a home shop tool through and through. The 1-inch belt is perfect for those tight, fiddly spots where a standard 4-inch belt would just be overkill and clumsy. You can get into corners and clean up edges on smaller projects with a level of precision that feels genuinely satisfying. Now, the 6-inch disc on the side is a nice addition, but honestly, the dust collection is where things get a little bit tricky. It works, but you are going to want to keep a vacuum hose handy because it does tend to throw a bit of debris around if you are not careful. It is not a deal breaker, just one of those quirks you learn to manage after the first few times you use it. The motor runs smooth, and it does not have that high-pitched, annoying whine that some cheaper tools have, which is a relief if you spend a lot of time in the garage. It is corded, obviously, so you are tethered to an outlet, but at 120 volts, it pulls exactly what you would expect for this size. If you are looking for something to handle small-scale woodworking or metal cleanup without taking up your entire workspace, this thing is a pretty smart pick. It is not perfect, and you might find yourself wishing for a slightly better dust port design, but for the price, it is hard to argue with the utility you get. It is just a solid, reliable little workhorse that does exactly what it says on the box.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.